what's up, guys? You're watching the No Limits Music Show. I'm Angelina DelCarmen.
I'm Roger Clark.
I am Joe Schüftan.
We have a really great show for you guys today. I'm actually going to sneak out and go to this Tattoo Expo. Who knows? Maybe I'm going to come back with a new tattoo.
Oh my God, your
On
parents
your
will be
forehead.
so upset.
They'll be so
no,
excited.
in
They're
Kansas
kinda
City.
cool,
Oh
yeah.
no, I don't know. Yeah. What else is going on, Joe?
We have Jamey Jasta from HATEBREED calling us from
great
somewhere in
band.
the world. Stay tuned because you do not want to miss that one.
That's right. And music news, I would love. We'll talk. We'll kvetch about is Ozzy addicted to sex?
I like that voice.
That's my news voice. Sometimes I use it.
We also have music videos, live performances, and a lot more right here on the No Limits Music Show.
What's up, Rocks? Presents the No Limits Music Show.
Time to talk some music news, and of course, we always talk about Ozzy, but this time, might as well face it, he's addicted to sex, right? You see what I did there, Angelina? Yeah. That's pretty bad.
Are you guys shocked about this revelation?
I mean, I think it's, if I were Sharon, I'd probably do the same thing. Oh, you've been hooking up with people since the beginning. You need to go to a clinic and work on your sex addiction.
Well, he lost his perfectly good hairdresser by doing this.
And then he apologized to both his wife and his lovers,
Oh, of course.
plural.
Yeah, include everybody.
That just makes it all better.
You know, Sharon, Josephine, Mary, just everybody, throw them all into the apology. Come on, yeah.
And the hairdresser thought that Ozzy was like the one, was really in love.
Yeah.
Maybe they were, and maybe Sharon's just kind of screwing it up for them.
Hey, the Prince of Darkness is a very charming young man.
I guess so.
I should have practiced more and been a rock star. No, I'm kidding. So speaking of Ozzy, there's a new song by Suicidal Tendencies called Ozzy's Clap. Not that clap, this clap. Right, yeah, exactly. And playing drums on it, none other than Dave Lombardo. Which is, I know you're a fan, pretty cool to see him, right?
Yeah, got to interview him last season. He was awesome. He's playing in so many different bands. He's in high demand now. So I think he's doing all right.
Yeah. I mean, there was some concern like, oh, Slayer, but when you're a good drummer in this business, they know, they find you.
And a great guy, too. You know what I mean?
Right. You guys got a chance to spend some time with him, which I was jealous about, of course. But yeah, so it should be cool. And Suicidal's playing great tour, right? So he's going to get a lot of action out of this.
Yeah, Suicidal Tendencies is going to be hitting the road with none other than Megadeth, Metal Church, Havoc, and Amon Amarth. You know, that tour is going to be something else.
Another cool tour that's coming up, MESHUGGAH and...
Oh my goodness, High on Fire. It's going to be a very complimentary gig. It's going to be around the time that MESHUGGAH is releasing their next album, which is always like, I love MESHUGGAH. They can never do any wrong. I know people are like, oh, I like the old songs better, but hey, you know what? They always evolve and they always keep it hard and heavy.
You got Sweden's heaviest and Oakland, California's heaviest together.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exciting.
And what else is going on with Queen? Saying no to Donald Trump for using We Are the Champions when he walked into the Republican convention. And you have to really respect, personally, I think you have to respect an artist or a group when they say, hey, listen, we don't agree with your politics, don't use our song. That's it, case
Absolutely.
closed.
And if Trump knew anything about Queen, they would know they should not be using their songs. But I can't blame them. We Are the Champions is one of the greatest songs ever written.
Ever.
Yeah, it's a classic. I mean, it's an anthem, and no Donald Trump, no.
No, it doesn't work for the Donald.
Yeah, you gotta ask for permission when you use somebody else's song. I mean, he knows this.
Yeah.
And he's not the first one to do it.
No.
Just respect it, that's all.
R.E.M. was also really upset. Michael Stipe was cursing at Trump. I loved it there. It was an enjoyable read.
Yeah.
It's like, don't use my... Yeah.
And then he went off on him about how he's an arrogant beep, 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 beep.
On a good side of things, Phil Anselmo doing a solid for his buddies.
And I hate God.
Yeah, which is a great thing. Their lead singer is sick. He's going to fill in for a couple of shows. Big one with War, the War barbecue, which that sounds like a lot of fun. Barbecuing with War.
And Lamb of God.
Flipping burgers.
Hometown show.
I think there's going to be wrestling there, too.
It's a wild event.
I like
it's a
it.
really wild event.
That sounds like a road trip for the crew here, but...
Exactly. And you were just saying, Anselmo doing him a solid. He's only doing 2 shows because Mike, unfortunately, is not doing very well. We wish Mike all the best, a quick recovery. But what a lot of people might not know is that Anselmo was the one that got a lot of people into I Hate God, because back in the days of Ozfest, we were talking about Ozzy before, he would always wear an I Hate God t-shirt, a green I Hate God t-shirt. On every magazine cover, he would have that t-shirt on, because that's, his boys band. And many years later, he's going to be singing for them. And another cool story behind the relationship between Mike Williams and Anselmo is when Mike Williams lost everything after Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans, he took him under his wing. He's like, come to my house, stay as long as you want. Give him also that moral support that you need when you lose everything. And that's inspirational because this past December, of course, Anselmo was the least popular man in metal.
He went from villain to good guy in a couple of months. So yeah, so that's a good thing.
Another band that's hitting the road, very surprisingly, for the first time ever, is Temple of the Dog, which is
huge.
I didn't see that coming. And probably people are like, oh, they never toured, but they didn't because they got kind of busy with Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, and Eddie Vedder, who participated in that record, will not be a regular member of the band for the tour, but he'll pop up from time to time to help sing out. So that should be fun. Yeah.
Maybe he'll come visit us at the Garden.
That would be awesome. That's definitely the one to hit, Eddie. But I also love that Chris Cornell, when they recorded the album, was saying that they did it for fun. It was in memory of their friend who passed away.
From Mother Love Bone, that's right, yeah.
Love Bone. And so they just did it not to be like a radio hit thing, and now they're on tour, and it's in high demand. That's pretty awesome.
Organically.
Yeah.
How music should be.
Yeah.
But, we can talk about this stuff all night, but we got a show.
But we can't forget about Dillinger Escape Plan.
Oh, that's right.
Because that's huge.
Yeah. Dillinger Escape Plan is retiring. But they just put out this really awesome song. And they still haven't released the album to it. That doesn't even come out until October. So they're going to go on tour with this music and then retire. But maybe it'll do so well that they'll decide to stay together.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. But 20 years under their belt, sometimes you forget, you know what I mean? Because
the road's a tough
years.
grind. I mean, there's how many songs have been written about the road, right? So, and you have to be with the same guys over and over. Maybe it's just, some guys are like, hey, you know what? This has been great, but we'll see you later. It happens.
Guys, I think it's time to go hit the bar. I can't carry on doing the show without some beverages here at Duff's.
We need fuel. Fuel is good. Let's go.
We'll be back right here on the No Limits Music Show.
Don't get it twisted, ladies. August 20th, 2016, my dad's late. Richmond, motherfucking Virginia, at the barbecue. We're gonna be there. Lamb of God, me, the delicious Randall, spelling out war's doom, defeat, despair, and destruction in that ring. And let me tell you about some other bands. Lagwagon, I'm gonna fix your little red wagon. American Nightmare, Wes, I am the American Nightmare. Going back and getting to your cold kid, boy. Whatever fucking band that I have forgotten about, you're fucked too. We're coming. We're taking over. And like I said it once, I said it before. One, two, intergalactic championship belts will be leaving with me, delicious D. Randall Bly, at the barbecue, August 20th, 2016, a dad's sake, Richmond, motherfucking Virginia. Woo!
Tattoo Expo. They've got artists from all over the nation, and I've been noticing a lot of ladies not only getting tattooed, but doing the tattooing. They've got gothic jewelry, dark artwork, and much, much more. But my favorite part is that this is a family affair. Let's go check it out.
What do you see when the killer is you? Who do you see looking back at you? I wanna thank you for the hate in the sand, but could you please take off your mask? Will you please come to me? I'm ashamed to take your fucking test. The question is, have you ever gone the way of the deadly death?
I'm here with one of the curators of today's expo, Stefano. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. Very excited.
Now, I have noticed that today has been like a family affair. We have people with their children, and then the artists are really showcased here. Where's that come from?
Well, tattoo world right now is getting like really like a big family. We are all together because we love art. We love the art of tattooing. We are here to help each other and grow together as an art form, pretty much. So that's what we celebrate here.
Beautiful. And are there different things that you've learned when you've been on tour here about style?
Yeah. I learn every day from all my friends, tattoo artists. I also get inspired by other painters. Also, we have a lot of painters here. We have a gallery, a Lateral gallery too. So we influence to each other, I would say, and we all grow, you know.
So what does it take to get all these people together and do a big expo like this?
Well, it's a big effort, you know, to do something like this and try to bring the best of the best to New York City. I think this is a city who deserves to be surrounded by the best tattoo artists in the world in one room. It takes us, since the first time, this is the third year, since the first time it took us just a year to plan one, and we have already planned like that. In 2 years from now, we have a bigger project, so to develop those ideas, it takes time, you know, so it's a lot of work, I would say, yeah. But happy to do it.
Yeah, it definitely paid off. It's an awesome expo. Thank you so much for putting it together.
Thank you very much for the interview, too.
So we're here with Robin H.M. of 546 Tattoo Studios, and you guys have broken the record for the longest tattoo. It has been 48 hours and 26 minutes, but you plan to do it again soon. When are you going to do this?
Hopefully in September, as long as Guinness gives us the green light to go, but it will, as soon as they do, I for sure will break it again.
So what were some of the challenges in trying to break the world record?
Not being able to eat or drink anything. Guinness will let you, but our local health department standards say that you can't. So we earn 5 minutes for every hour of tattooing that we did, and then those can accumulate. So we tattooed for 13 hours before we stopped and took our first break. I almost collapsed. I actually did the world record for children's cancer awareness because there's a cancer cluster out in Clyde, Ohio, that really needed some attention. So I did that, and hour 30-something, there was this kid who just had his last chemo treatment. He actually came in and sat behind me and said, "Robin, you know, if you break this would be so much more publicity for us." And I'm telling you, I was falling apart at that time. He sat down with his cute little bald head right behind me, and at that moment, you know, he's fighting for his life. I had to fight for a few hours for him. So at that point in time, that record was as good as broke. So far, he's in remission, and he's doing great.
So you did a little work on our Tim number 37 here. Let's check that out. That is amazing. What do you call this?
That's called a xenomorph, and it is a H.R. Geiger piece, and it's from the movie Alien.
So guess what? Nathan just won an award today for Best H.R. Geiger Inspired Tattoo. Congratulations.
Thank you.
My nasty Yankee mannerisms didn't jive with the local traditions. How was I to know she had a jealous husband? He was the GM of Tractor Supply, well acquainted with the guns and knives. Sometimes I swear I have less sense than a bag of hammers. I pray for courage, I pray for love, I pray for guidance from the heavens above. I pray to know divine protections, but now I pray for a quick death in Texas. Hey, hey. Please forgive me, Mr. Gibbons. I caught my way to the Doom Saloon in an attempt to cauterize my wounds. I did a terrible job, and they became powerfully infected. I found myself atop a stolen road, quite convinced that I would never see home, and all on account of my lack of common manners. me sing it as loud as you can. Sometimes standing for what you believe means standing alone. Sometimes standing for what you believe. Come on! Yeah! When the limelight grows dim and the heroes fade away.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome the one, the only Jamey Jasta from HATEBREED. First of all, brother, how are you?
Great, man. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. Where are you calling from today?
Rhode Island. This schedule's been crazy, but it's good. You know, the success of the record is allowing us to schedule, so we gotta do it while the iron's hot, you know.
Of course, and in case the guys out there haven't heard, the new album is called The Concrete Confessional, a banging record, 13 tracks that I really think, serve the purpose of the time, not only in music, but especially in politics. You got very political on this one, so we got to start there, man. What, kind of inspired you to, write about more, things that are kind of, prevalent, but also political, which could be kind of controversial?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the state of the world today, it's like no matter what side you sit on, whatever party you identify with, it's like, look, these people are supposed to be working for the people. They're not supposed to be working for themselves. They work for us. And so everybody's got to put their differences aside. No matter what side you sit on, we need to come together and make these people work for us and end the corruption and the special treatment. It's something that had to be said. We don't normally delve into that type of territory, but I mean, there's other songs on the record that have personal themes, and there's other outwardly stuff on there too. But people are gonna look back at this time, and it's gonna be a little snapshot of time. So it's important to be representative of what's really going on, in this time frame. We're gonna see more of the rich and the super rich, and more of the lower middle class and people who are still living in poverty, and that's just ridiculous. There shouldn't be the type of poverty that there is in America, and I travel and I see it, so I'm not isolated, so I can actually talk about these things. I go to Detroit, I go to Alabama, I go to Mississippi, and a lot of times when you're playing heavy metal and hardcore shows, you're not playing these shows in the really nice areas of town. So you see the people that are in need of help. You go to a place like Flint, and no matter what side you sit on, nobody's kids should be drinking water filled with lead. Nobody's people should be in danger. Nobody's cities, residents should be endangered by the government. This is problems that we're seeing, that are created by the people who are in power, who are either negligent or irresponsible, and these people need to get held accountable. And I'm not the only one saying this. I know a lot of people who are fans of music go, "Oh, well, you're just a musician, stick to music, this and that." I was like, well, no, we're part of humanity, and humanity needs to come together no matter what party you belong to.
Right, of course. And going back to your roots, man, what was the moment that you discovered that you had a certain talent, to kind of, because you've been doing that for a while?
After I kind of parted ways with my first band, I had somebody outside of the band say to me, well, who's gonna come up with the hooks? Who's gonna do the vocal stuff that's kind of your signature type of thing? And I thought, oh, that was a nice compliment. I thought, oh, that's cool that they, and this was going off of whatever, a 4-song demo or something. So having that kind of confidence instilled, where you said, yeah, I can do this, I can do another band, and I can be successful. This is just a bump in the road. That was kind of that time where I said, yeah, I want to make songs that are going to resonate with people, that people can remember, and that are that give you a charge, make you want to scream along or move your body or dance or whatever.
Right. Any update about that Kingdom of Sorrow album that we're all waiting for?
No projects. I'm just right now, because we're just started this HATEBREED album cycle.
Of course.
it's just I'm better off just saying no projects anytime soon. You know, and that way we can keep the focus on HATEBREED for now. And I say never. You know, like I always say that. What doesn't matter what project, I just say never say never. Anything and everything is possible. Anybody I've ever worked with on any project, I'm still on good terms with, and I have a deep respect for, and I would love to work with again. It's just right now I got to really focus on HATEBREED and the podcast, and keep those two. You know, I still do Hatewear a little bit. Like I'm sponsoring a fighter coming up soon. I'm doing a deal now.
Oh hell yeah! And obviously, speaking of fighters, gotta talk about the great Muhammad Ali. Rest in peace. And what is like that parallel between, let's say, a boxer, a guy like Muhammad Ali, and somebody like yourself who get on stage and kind of fighting every day? Because you play heavy music. You know, it's not pop music that you're making like millions of dollars a night. You're not a DJ. So what are kind of like those parallels of a boxing legend and kind of like yourself?
You know, I just always had a deep respect for him and being able to stand for what he believed in, but also, you know, put his health and his body at risk for something that I really believe is an art. And one of the oldest, you know, competitive sports that we have. And so we named the first album after Muhammad Ali. Satisfaction is the Death of Desire was inspired by him because he said, you know, if he was satisfied with his upbringing or with his state of, you know, life that he was in, he would have never had the desire to be the champion of the world. And that really resonated with me and still does. And so, like, you know, 20 years later after that album, I'm still not satisfied, and every day is a new day. Obviously, yeah, the present, they call it that because it's a gift. I really try to stay grateful and grounded and humble in the everyday stuff. You know, having this newfound success with a new record is extremely important. But I felt like that. It resonated with me because I felt like a lot of people from my area, even members of my own family, you know, didn't make it out of my town. Going through things and you know, seeing domestic violence, seeing drug dealers and you know, hearing sirens and hearing gunshots and thinking, you know, one day if I have a kid, I'm not going to bring her up around this type of stuff. Well, how do you do that? Well, you better get real focused on whatever you want to do and find a way to make it a career and to make it profitable and to make it meaningful so that it doesn't feel like just another job. And so I've been able to do that, you know, with the inspiration of guys like Muhammad Ali. And even recently, you know, Kimbo Slice, that was one that really hit me hard. Another person that was just a great soul, a really kind dude, someone I had on my podcast, someone I enjoyed watching his fights. And for a lot of people, you know, that's their only way out, whether it's combat sports or music or joining the military or whatever, you know. And so, you know, guys, send my condolences out to his family and his children and his fans and friends as well.
I want to wish you safe travels, great shows, and for everybody listening, pick up the Concrete Confession. If you want just a kick-ass album record, as you said before, the subgenres don't matter. A great record, pick it up. Jamey, I want to thank you for everything you do for music, brother. And yeah, man, keep kicking ass.
All right, brother, take care.
Fellas, fellas, let me go again.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to the No Limits Music Show. It is time to spin the fabulous Wheel of Misfortune to find out what question we're going to ask everyone here. Here we go. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows, like they say in Vegas. And here we go. It is going to be, oh yes, number 10, and that is, what is your favorite concert of all time?
Just one of them?
Yeah, I know it's a tough one, right?
Well, okay, in the last year, MESHUGGAH.
We were just talking about them.
Also, the year before that, it was MESHUGGAH, because I saw MESHUGGAH a couple times.
Cool.
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 Oh yeah, that was your favorite concert ever?
Well, I just second time saw them like 2 days ago, so that's all that's in my head right now.
Any thoughts? Favorite live performance of all time?
Monomar's latest. Yeah, that tour, what they had dudes with swords and shields fighting on stage. Like, the sword would hit the shield and chips start flying into the, it was amazing.
I'd say I saw Exodus at Slim's in San Francisco.
Wow.
I have a better one.
What is it?
It's Skullfist.
King Diamond.
Real? Yeah.
Yeah, of course. He's the king, of course.
Also, MESHUGGAH.
Live show. Are you guys in MESHUGGAH? What's going on here?
Yes, we cut our hair and got much shorter.
What about MESHUGGAH? We got MESHUGGAH.
And you're gonna get the third vote for MESHUGGAH.
No way, you gotta be kidding me.
Fuck yeah.
Favorite live concert of all time?
Radiohead.
Radiohead.
Welcome back to the No Limits Music Show. Roger, you spun the wheel of misfortune.
Yeah, I got the chance this week, and the question was best live performance, and I'm sure we all love going to shows, so
That's a tough question.
fun. I wish I can go every night, but my wife would divorce me immediately. So, but I try. And what was your favorite? You had a favorite, right?
Yeah, I think my favorite was 9 Inch Nails and Soundgarden. My band was lucky enough to open up for them last year. So not only was it great because we got to be a part of the show and make lots of new fans, but Soundgarden was just dead on. The sound was amazing. They were very simple compared to 9 Inch Nails, who had screams with like crazy things happening, and I mean, then they sounded perfect as well. And as a singer, I'm very snobby, and they were both just dead on each note, and the band was amazing. Bands were amazing as well.
How about you, Joe? I know you have some and your first one is sentimental to you, right?
Yeah, it was Gloria Stefan.
And your first concert, I mean.
In Colombia. My first time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
With Gloria Stefan.
Yeah. Wow, that really is cool.
First concert was Gloria Stefan.
Yeah.
Come on, get your head.
Yeah, I know. It's
this guy.
Family show.
But if I had to pick one, because that's what the question is, pick your favorite concert ever, it has to be Ozfest. I think it was 99 or 2000 in Holland.
Wow.
Because I got to see Tool, Slayer, and Ozzy, and it was the first time I saw Ozzy and Slayer, so it's like back to back. In Holland, everybody knows what happens over there. It was a fun time, great show, and unforgettable.
Yeah. Yeah, my first show means a lot to me too. It was The Who, The Clash, and David Johansen at Shea Stadium. That being said, a lot of small shows. Murphy's Law, Second of All was good. I feel like every week I see a better show. But the one that really stands out always is Giant Stadium, Monsters of Rock. I'd never seen a Monsters of Rock show because they really didn't do it in the U.S. So it was like Kingdom Come, who had like one big song. But it was Dokken, Scorpions, Metallica, who were ridiculous, and then Van Halen with Sammy Hagar. Metallica stole the show, no doubt about it. You could have just left after them. I hate to say it. But what a great day. I did nap during Dokken. Sorry, Don Dokken and George Lynch, but I had no choice. I had to make it to Metallica, so I had a nap. Yeah.
Power nap.
Power nap. Yeah, you needed a power nap.
Yeah.
You drank too much soda that day.
Well, yeah, way too much soda. Yeah.
Because you were 12.
Yes, right, exactly.
But yeah, at some point, we gotta close this episode so that way we can go into the next episode. If you like what you see, don't forget to tell your friends. Drop a line on the comment section below. And in behalf of everybody here on the No Limits Show, we want to thank Jamey, the entire staff of Duff's, Jamey Jasta from HATEBREED, and Stefano, and everybody from the New York Empire State Tattoo Expo, and you guys for watching. Don't forget to always support heavy music. If you like it, buy it, and we'll see you next time.
Changes you, steps like as they do. No real and distraction. Stay around with place inflection. Fast forward, so stay from the tools of innovation. Until I will lay, use that skin. Depends on getting up, bias not with. Sound to love and balance out. Wanna save out the audio generators of fear. It's all your mouth, don't fill my mouth. Shove into the blade. The creator of the language. With the speech that will be the same. To retrieve all